So everybody, we're going to start with our review of what happened last week. It was an interesting week. Session 3, February 5th. Who's this? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if this is you. It's Lucas and Miss Jessica, Miss Tommy, and Miss Tracy. Yeah. And there's Miss Jackie calibrating the board and fixing up the equipment. And do you remember the book we read last week? It was a special book because it was a special day for somebody. Darby's birthday and our vocabulary words. And who was spelling here? This was Colin. He was spelling the word, Lucas. He was spelling the word special. That was one of our vocabulary words. Lucas, this is your set, guy. Colin, is this you? Raise your hand if this is you. Very nice. You were working on your vocabulary words too. And then you were working on the iPad. And look, Colin, you were writing. Is that not amazing? You all did such a good job. And I think that's in the review, ladies. That was the amazing thing, just to see how much work actually got done in the midst of chaos last week. Alrighty, so Dylan, here it's you. You have the book. You were doing some stenciling. Dill, is this you? Raise your hand. Dill. Uh-oh. Is this you? Yes, it's me. And Lucas, look at all this work. It's all finished. And then it was time to celebrate. We put on hats and we did a scavenger hunt. We looked for an invitation. We looked for a dog. And we went in the lunchroom to celebrate Lucas's birthday. We had a birthday cake. Oh, okay, cool. Is this you? Okay. Is this you? Raise your hand if it's you. Thank you, Colin. Beautiful smile. And look, you have your same guy there. And we went in the fridge and we got our...
What did you get from the fridge?
This to eat.
Scavenger hunt.
He had a rough week last week, and then we opened presents. And Lucas is missing all of this. Bathroom? Eat. Oh. All right, and there's Tracy and Lucas. All right. So remember the big birthday party, Dill. Dylan enjoyed a cupcake. See what we had? Yeah, you didn't have a cupcake, but you had your food. Yeah, you got to watch your videos at break, right? You were quite happy. And it was a 2-cupcake day. And then you went for a walk, and this was so great to be able to see this and not be there. Sonia, wow, that's dedication. Dill, who are you sitting with? Mr. Efren, awesome. And we went walking around. We came back and we did our literature appreciation. Oh, look at that. We read the second half of Echo's Bill. Dill, another picture of you. And Lucas did amazing last week on flipping the pages on the iPad. He really took to that. So we're hoping we'll see that again this week. Oh, let's go, Colin. Look at you. You're working on the iPad. You are now. And Mr. Efren and Dylan. Look. Dill, do you want to take a seat in the back again? You could start there if you'd like. See? Do you remember last week you were sitting there with Mr. Efren and doing your work? And that was last week in review. Change over. All right, we're going to change over and we're going to have a really quick review. Mrs. B?
Yes.
We're going to have you read our motto, just so we remember, we take a deep breath and remember why we're here. And we'll use this as kind of an pray, find your center, find your zen, whatever you need to do. Let us
Breathe
have
in,
this.
breathe out. Reach into your mind and then up to the sky, because the sky is the limit for you in our eyes. Reading is fun, I'm sure you'll agree. It can take you to places you've only dreamed you could be. We will work hard, but have lots of fun too, as together we learn things exciting and new.
Thank you, Mrs. B. And one other thing we want to review, learners, is the rules of the lab. We didn't get to review this last week, actually, because we were just a little bit chaotic. So this is the Reach to Teach lab for exceptional learners. In the Reach to Teach lab, as learners, we need to sit quietly. We need to sit quietly. We need to focus. We need to pay attention. Thank you, Dylan, for joining us. We want you to participate, but most of all, we want you to have fun. Okay, so with that said, we're going to jump into Beanie. Beanie and the Missing Bear is the name of our story for today. And we are going to use the printed copy. Remember, everybody?
I need to use this for when we read it. So
This is in your way. Alrighty, so we have a signed reading. We are going to be using the printed version, which is this, everybody. And Mrs. B, did you record the cover, or shall I?
It's your turn.
Shall I cover the cover? I shall cover the cover then. Okay, our book, Beanie and the Missing Bear, written by Dari H. Bueller. That's the author. You can be using your author and book cover cards. Illustrated by Angela Kamishra Jacobson. That is a big mouthful there. All right, and we are going to go round robin and read, so you need to bring up your yes and no app just to follow. I'm sorry? So then remember, people, that we need to maintain the volume control on the iPad. All the speakers should be synced, so when you're reading, you want your volume up. When you're not reading, you want your volume down. And we're going to go start in 2 levels, I guess. Two. It's not pages. Oh, just turn it down. We don't want that to happen. Thank you, Kiki, for demonstrating that. That's what we do.
We don't follow direction.
All right, so at your desk, you can follow along with the written, and I'll also have it up here. And then just anticipate you're going to do 2 pages. And then the next person. So anticipate your turn, if you will. And let's get started, Dylan. Let's hear you read.
read first. So let's get that first page.
All right.
Beanie and the Missing Bear.
Page 3, please.
You want to put it in front of him? You can just move in this. Just move the whole now.
Yeah, volume up.
Yeah. No,
You want it in front
I
of
just
him?
want to get started, so I'm worried about the volume not happening right now. What's up? Is this working?
No, it's
Let's try again. Always the technical.
Yes, did you really take it?
All right.
Sorry, guys. So you guys want to start?
Karen, you want to pick up on